Have you ever wondered why your bladder feels irritated? Or why those frustrating, urgent trips to the bathroom seem to happen more often than they should? If you're over 60, the answer might surprise you because it's hiding in plain sight, right on your plate. That's right. Certain everyday foods, even ones that seem perfectly healthy, could be quietly irritating your bladder or setting the stage for painful urinary tract infections. The good news is there are also powerful natural foods that can help soothe your bladder and protect against infections. I'm here today to help you take control of your bladder health by showing you what to avoid and what to add to keep your urinary system calm, comfortable, and functioning at its best. This isn't about fear or guilt. It's about empowering you with the knowledge to make smarter choices that fit your lifestyle and protect your independence. We'll go through 12 key dietary insights, starting with the 6 worst bladder-irritating foods that might be quietly sabotaging your health, and then reveal the 6 best UTI-preventing foods that you can start incorporating today for a healthier bladder. Your bladder is more than just a storage tank. It's a vital part of your overall well-being. And by understanding how your food choices affect it, you can take steps to avoid discomfort, reduce your risk of infections, and improve your quality of life. Let's begin. The first bladder-irritating culprit is one that hides in plain sight in so many products labeled as healthy, but it may be doing more harm than good. The first bladder irritant to be aware of is artificial sweeteners. Now, I know you might think that switching to sugar-free or diet options is a smart choice, especially if you're watching your weight or blood sugar. But here's the problem. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose can irritate the delicate lining of your bladder. Studies have shown that these chemical sweeteners can overstimulate nerve endings in the bladder wall, making it more sensitive and reactive. This can lead to increased urgency, frequency, and even pain, a recipe for discomfort that no one wants. For seniors, this irritation is compounded by age-related changes in bladder function, making it even more important to choose foods that support, not stress, your urinary system. So, what can you do instead? If you're looking to cut down on sugar, try natural alternatives like small amounts of honey or maple syrup. Better yet, enjoy the natural sweetness of fruits, like berries or bananas in moderation. And always read labels carefully. Just because a product says sugar-free doesn't mean it's bladder-friendly. Small shifts like this can make a big difference in how your bladder feels day to day. Now, let's move on to the next sneaky bladder irritant: caffeinated beverages. Caffeine is a stimulant, and while it might give you a temporary energy boost, it also increases urine production and stimulates the bladder muscles. That combination can lead to more trips to the bathroom, urgency, and even bladder spasms. Coffee, tea, colas, and energy drinks are all common sources of caffeine, and for seniors who already have age-related bladder changes, this can make symptoms worse. What can you do instead? Try switching to herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint, which have calming properties. Or if you're a coffee lover, try cutting back gradually, perhaps by mixing regular coffee with decaf or opting for half-calf blends. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small reductions in caffeine can lead to noticeable improvements in bladder comfort. Coming in at number 4 is a surprising one: citrus fruits. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, grapefruits, and limes might seem like a healthy choice, but for many seniors, they can spell trouble for bladder health. These fruits are naturally acidic, and that acidity can irritate the bladder lining, especially for those who are already prone to sensitivity or urgency. For some, even a glass of orange juice in the morning can lead to a day filled with frequent trips to the bathroom or a burning sensation during urination. But here's the key: Not everyone reacts the same way. It's about paying attention to your body. If you notice bladder discomfort after eating citrus, consider cutting back or swapping them for less acidic options, like pears, melons, or bananas. Instead of squeezing lemon into your water, try adding cucumber or mint for a refreshing twist without the bladder irritation. Coming in at number 3 on our list of bladder irritants is spicy foods. I know many of us love a little heat in our meals, but spicy ingredients like chili peppers, hot sauces, and certain spices can irritate the bladder's sensitive lining, much like they can irritate your stomach. This irritation can trigger symptoms like urgency, frequency, and even bladder pain. For seniors, the cumulative effect of years of irritation can make these symptoms worse over time. If you enjoy a flavorful meal, focus on milder spices like turmeric, cinnamon, or basil, which can add depth without the sting. And if you do indulge in something spicy, stay hydrated and be mindful of how your body reacts. Let's move on to a big one: alcohol. Alcohol is a double whammy for bladder health. Not only does it act as a diuretic, increasing urine production and frequency, but it also irritates the bladder lining. That's why a night of drinking can often lead to disrupted sleep and frequent nighttime bathroom trips, a frustrating cycle for many seniors. If you enjoy an occasional glass of wine or a cocktail, it's about moderation and awareness. Try alternating alcoholic drinks with water, choosing lower alcohol options, and limiting overall intake to support your bladder's health. And now, the most critical bladder irritant of all: carbonated beverages. Carbonated beverages might seem harmless, but for your bladder, they're often a hidden enemy. Whether it's sparkling water, soda, or even some fizzy health drinks, that carbonation can increase bladder pressure and trigger sensitivity. Why does this happen? The bubbles themselves can stimulate the bladder's nerve endings, while many carbonated drinks also contain other irritants, like caffeine, artificial sweeteners, or acids, that amplify the effect. For seniors, this is especially important. As the bladder ages, its capacity often shrinks, and the tissues can become more reactive. That's why even a seemingly innocent glass of sparkling water can contribute to feelings of urgency, discomfort, or even leakage. What's the solution? Try swapping fizzy drinks for still water, herbal teas, or diluted fruit-infused water. If you love a little fizz, experiment with drinking smaller amounts, or at times when you'll be near a bathroom. It's about finding a balance that works for you. Now that we've covered the 6 worst bladder irritants, let's shift gears and focus on the 6 best UTI-preventing foods. Because it's not just about what to avoid, but what you can actively add to your diet to support a healthy, infection-free bladder. First up on the list of bladder-friendly powerhouses is garlic. Garlic has been valued for centuries for its natural antibacterial properties, and modern research supports its role in fighting bacteria that can cause urinary tract infections. Compounds in garlic, like allicin, have been shown to inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria, including E. coli, which is the most common cause of UTIs. For seniors, this is an easy and tasty addition, whether it's adding fresh garlic to your cooking, making a simple garlic tea, or even taking a high-quality garlic supplement if that's more convenient. Next, we'll talk about a tiny fruit that packs a powerful punch: blueberries. Blueberries aren't just delicious, they're also packed with compounds called proanthocyanidins, which help prevent bacteria from sticking to the walls of the urinary tract. This sticky barrier is critical because it means harmful bacteria, like E. coli, are less likely to take hold and cause infections. For seniors, adding a daily serving of blueberries, whether fresh, frozen, or in a smoothie, can be a simple, tasty way to support urinary health. They're low in sugar compared to many fruits, and their antioxidant content offers added protection for aging cells. And speaking of boosting your body's defenses, the next UTI-preventing food is yogurt. Yogurt, particularly those with live and active cultures, is a natural source of probiotics. These beneficial bacteria help maintain a healthy balance of microorganisms in your gut and urinary tract. For seniors who may be more prone to imbalances due to medications or age-related changes, this is especially important. Studies have shown that probiotics can help reduce the risk of urinary tract infections, particularly in women, by crowding out harmful bacteria and supporting the immune system. When choosing yogurt, look for unsweetened options with live cultures like lactobacillus or bifidobacterium. Now let's talk about something simple but often overlooked: water. Hydration is one of the most powerful and underappreciated tools in your bladder health toolkit. Drinking enough water helps flush bacteria out of the urinary tract, dilutes urine to reduce irritation, and keeps everything flowing smoothly. Yet many seniors unintentionally drink too little, often to avoid nighttime bathroom trips. The solution isn't to cut back, but to spread fluid intake throughout the day. Small sips often, rather than large amounts all at once. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of water daily, unless your doctor advises otherwise. Next up is leafy greens, a nutritional powerhouse for overall health, including your bladder. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support your body's defenses. They're especially rich in vitamin C, which can help acidify the urine slightly, making it a less welcoming environment for bacteria to thrive. Plus, the fiber in leafy greens supports healthy digestion, which is often linked to bladder health. A sluggish digestive system can contribute to pressure on the bladder and increase the risk of infections. So adding a serving or two of leafy greens daily can make a meaningful difference. Try tossing a handful of spinach into a smoothie, adding kale to soups and stews, or making a simple side salad with mixed greens and a light olive oil dressing. These small choices add up over time. And now, the #1 most powerful food you can include for UTI prevention: cranberries. Cranberries have long been celebrated for their unique ability to protect the urinary tract. Their secret weapon is a compound called proanthocyanidins, the same helpful compound found in blueberries, but in even higher concentrations. These compounds prevent harmful bacteria from sticking to the bladder walls, helping you flush them out naturally before they cause an infection. But here's the key: cranberry juice on its own isn't always the best choice, especially the sweetened varieties that are high in sugar. Instead, opt for unsweetened cranberry juice in small amounts, or look for high-quality cranberry supplements that provide a standardized dose of the active compounds. For seniors, incorporating cranberries, whether through food, juice, or supplements, can be a simple and effective way to support a healthy urinary tract. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. You've just learned about the 6 worst bladder irritants: artificial sweeteners, caffeine, citrus fruits, spicy foods, alcohol, and carbonated drinks. These are common culprits that can make bladder problems worse, especially for those of us over 60. But it's not just about what to cut out, it's about what to add in. We've also explored 6 powerful natural foods: garlic, blueberries, yogurt, water, leafy greens, and cranberries that can support your urinary health, reduce irritation, and help prevent painful infections. These changes might seem small, but together they can create a big impact on how your bladder feels day to day. By making thoughtful choices, you're not just managing symptoms, you're actively protecting your independence, comfort, and vitality. Remember, your bladder is more than just a storage tank. It's part of a complex system that reflects your overall health. And by staying hydrated, avoiding common irritants, and nourishing your body with the right foods, you can take real proactive steps toward a healthier, more comfortable life. So here's my encouragement for you today. Start small. Pick one change. Maybe it's drinking a bit more water or swapping diet soda for herbal tea, and see how you feel. Over time, those small steps add up. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. Subscribe to Stronger After 60 and share it with a friend who might benefit. Let's build a community where we empower each other to stay strong, healthy, and independent as we age. Thank you for watching, and remember, you have the power to make your health a priority, one smart choice at a time.